What's good, people? How y'all feeling? It's Black Friday. Feeling inspired. So what's going on? You know how we start, man. Oh Heavenly Father, we thank you for being here. We thank you for life, health, and strength. We thank you for all the blessings and all the things that you brought us through so far through the year. Looking forward to a new year. We just ask that the words that I speak resonate with someone or help someone with something they're going through. And if not, Lord, please just help me, because it's me. It's me, oh Lord. I'm standing in the need of prayer also. Amen. So with that being said, man, what's going on, man? And the holiday times are like when people encounter the most stress, like when they just do things they know they shouldn't do, like max out credit cards, spend all their money, and like it's always the holiday times when people want to do the worst things. Like you get laid off from jobs, problems occur, people want to leave you, they're not happy or whatever the case may be. And like when you look at life, it's a beautiful thing. But we are conditioned, man. We're in a new world order that's coming through, and we're conditioned to think that we're entitled to certain things. And the truth is, man, we have to be, students for life. We also have to be hard workers and diligent. And the funny thing is, like, I was watching a video. I forgot the guy's name, but if I remember it, I'll make sure I shout him out, because he was basically saying that he was comparing the Western world woman to the Eastern world woman, and like the woman in the Western world, our civilization, they were like, the guy had to be a certain height, he had to have a six-pack, he had to make over a certain amount of money. And the women in the Eastern world were basically saying like, yo, and they preferred black men. And I was like, wow, that's crazy, man. It was mostly Asian women, and they prefer black men, and they were just saying like, he has to like family, have to be a person that is like, loyal and committed, and to make sure he has a good heart, kind and caring. And I'm like, wow, where are these women at, man? And it's no wonder why I could say, well, when I say we, well, someone like me would want to get up with somebody from a different ethnicity. Not only because, man, I think both of us in one way, like, we just don't appreciate each other. Like, as colored people, man, we have false and unrealistic expectations of what we're supposed to be, man. Like, a lot of guys, they want a woman to be a mother, a maid, a servant, or whatever. And a woman wants a guy to be like a butler, a chauffeur, a daddy daycare guy that's gonna watch the children all the time, to be an entrepreneur, don't have to work a 9 to 5 or whatever, man. And that's where we fall off, man. We fall off on our roles, man. And you could just honestly say, man, women are definitely more educated than men nowadays. Men are like, they're more like hands-on or whatever, they get the experience, but they work hard to get where they're at. And women, man, they breeze through school like it's nothing, and they get these these high-paying jobs, man. But the reality of it is, man, progression can't be made if we're separate forever, man. So Q-tip. But in terms of just doing what we got to do, like knowing our roles, and like it shouldn't matter as long as like we're reciprocating what's given out, man. Like I have a good friend, her husband, and I think he stopped working, he's going back to school, but he's doing the duties around the house, like cooking, doing things, or whatever the case may be. And as long as it's like, if we're together and we're doing certain things, like it shouldn't matter. But like, it's like now women want you to be everything, like, and it's like, especially if you're a black man, like you got to be everything, and it's not fair. And I say the same thing to women too, because like we look at it like a woman nowadays, like back in the days, it was like almost automatic. Like a woman had to stay with the children and make sure that they were okay. But nowadays, like, women, they're more liberated. They don't even want to be with the kids, man. And it's sad to see, man, in terms of like where it used to be. But all of us play our part, man. Like Zig Ziglar would say, every like raindrop plays a part in the flood. They don't want to admit it, but they do. And like our attitudes and like how we go along and follow whatever the culture is, man, it plays a part into making things the way that they are. Making things the way that they are. Shastimila always says change starts with a C, but it begins with you. And we really have to work on ourselves, man. And we really have to like get control of our lives in terms of like what it is that we're doing. Because we follow without using our intuition in terms of what the culture dictates, in terms of what it is that we see everybody else doing. If it's a blonde, blue-eyed model, we want that. If it's like a hot girl, we want that. And like we get so caught up that we throw our future away in terms of like a woman that doesn't want to do anything for us. We want to be with them just because they're hot at the moment. And remember, looks, they fade. Only the soul is eternal. Like somebody that has a beautiful soul or a beautiful spirit, don't matter how they look, the spirit, it comes across and you can connect with it. But like when souls looks fade or whatever, and I think they call it hitting the wall. Like everybody hits the wall, I guess, you know what I'm saying? But more prevalent in women, because like men, like we kind of built for like hard work and labor. And like women, you have some that like just look good regardless, but like once women hit a certain point, man, they do start to decline. And men seem to get like better with age, man. Like if they learn to manage stress and all this, they get better with age. Some women do too, but it's more prevalent in men. So like you have to, like, as a person, as a man, like you have to vet the women to make sure, like, take your time when getting into a relationship. Take your time when doing anything. And if somebody wants to rush you, then like maybe you're not on the same speed that they're on, or you're not on the same level that they are. Take time, get to know people, fill them out, man, because like, being married or making a child with a person, you're connected to them for life. And it's a big step to take, and we don't think about it because, we just didn't. But like, it's a lot of content creators out there, like my man, the Book of Alpha-Ronomy, he does a good job of like, letting guys know what marriage holds in the future for you, in terms of like being prepared for it. And so does Danica Marie, man, in terms of like, a lot of times black men get the bad rap, and most of the times they're trying to do good. They're trying to do right by the family, trying to provide, trying to do their thing, what they're supposed to do. But a lot of times, like, women, they have these false expectations, but guys, sometimes we try to play up to them too. You got to be yourself, man. You got to be comfortable being yourself. You going out, the chick is telling you you got to spend like $1,000 on a date, man, then that's not the chick you need to be with. Because if that's our intention from the beginning, you don't need to be with her. And guys, the same thing too, man. You got to like make sure that you do your due diligence, man. If you respect a woman and you see treat her like a woman, man. And there's no shame in the game, man. If you were wrong and, you taking your time and you get to know the person and like they show you their true colors, by all means, don't pursue it. But you got to be yourself, man. You got to be yourself. And like a lot of times, like I see a lot of people follow other people blindly. I was watching something online the other day, man, where the guy was claiming to be alpha, but he was staying in his mom's basement. You're not alpha if you don't got your own. You know what I'm saying? I don't follow any of the, the red pill, blue pill, or whatever. I'm a black male or a black man trying to make it in today's society. Yeah, you could say, like, if we go back in the past, because I'm up in the age, you could say you know, whatever pill I took, but you know, being in today's age and what society is pumping out, man, I choose not to follow. I try to just be a student and learn it all I could learn, you know, and take in all the knowledge that I could take in from life itself, you know. And I watch a lot of the content creators, man, and they speak, when they're speaking their truth, they have good advice to give. But I know that what they're speaking is not totally my life, and I'm accountable for me. And I always say it, man, like, you know, I probably repeated it too many times already, but don't follow blindly. Make sure you are a student of life. Learn from your mistakes, man. And if you need somebody to sit down and talk to, make sure it's a person that has your good interests at heart. This has been Sike, Spiritual Intuition, Causing Elevation. Another PSA, man, for you one time, man. God bless you. You know, stay on your purpose and stay blessed. Peace.